This is the Dodge Dakota. Got a little bit of peck in the motor. We're going to start taking it apart today, see if we can find out what it is. We're hoping it's a timing chain, but we'll have to see. I've already taken the air cleaner off of it. Getting ready to take the windshield washer fluid and antifreeze reservoir off. I don't know if you can see, but they've used zip ties, the fastener of choice. And at least they kept it consistent. They got one on each side. We're gonna go ahead and get those out of there and get that out. Got quite a bit of stuff to strip off to get down to see the timing in it. We're gonna have to take the alternator off, the air conditioner pump off, get some of these lines, hose and stuff moved around out of the way. We'll hang the AC compressor out of the way, take the alternator all the way off and just store it for right now. There's one. And there's two. We'll go ahead and set the phone down for just a little bit while I'm doing this. I'll bring you back in a minute for updates. Okay, that got the fan out of the way. Getting ready to remove the serpentine belt. That gave us quite a bit of room down in there. Okay, now we got the water pump out. We've got the belt tensioner off. We've got radiator hoses out. Trying to get the harmonic balance out. First, we got to get the electric fan off. I don't know if you can see in the video or not, but there is metal in the oil. It looks almost metallic there coming out. Got into the timing chains. They've got some wear on them, but we don't believe that they are the noise right now. After seeing the metal coming out with this, we're gonna have to decide whether or not we want to try to build this motor or if we just want to buy one crate, stick it in and be done with it. We'll get you some updates later. Doing a little bit more on the Dodge Dakota today. Got the exhaust taken loose. Got the Y pipe pulled down. Went ahead and got the starter off. Got the dust cover off for the torque converter. Be taking it loose here just momentarily. Got a lot of the wiring taken loose from the top side. Trying to get the stuff on the bottom ready so that we can just pull this motor out. Take a look inside, see what's going on with it. Sunlight's pretty bad right there. I don't know if you can see the starter. Yeah, there we go. Starter and then the dust cover. Got the ground wire loose here on the bottom. We drained the oil out yesterday. I think that's everything that I can do on the bottom side. I got all this loose. other than the taking the torque converter loose. Water pump off of it. But now I'm working on getting the torque converter loose from the flywheel. That's a 14mm bolt. I put the crank harmonic balance bolt back in, and I'm using my breaker bar to turn the engine so that I can get those down to where I can take them out. And that's 2 of them. Two more to go. Don't quite have that one turned far enough. Get our breaker bar back. Ease up in there, get on it. It's just a slight little turn. There we go. Now we've got that down where we should be able to get it out. And that's got the third one loose. I'm gonna have to set you down for just a couple minutes while I get these out. Give you another update in just a few minutes. Got everything off on the bottom except for the bell housing bolts. I got it back down on the ground. I've got the wiring pulled loose. Getting ready to take out the coil packs, get them out of the way. Then I'm gonna take the intake off. Just to give me more room, and make sure it don't get caught, cracked, broken. Still got to pull my fuel line off and my fuel rail out. I need to take off my throttle linkage and my cruise control linkage, but getting really close to pulling out. I still have to get the power steering pump loose too. Got vacuum lines off for the vacuum boost on the brakes. Headed towards pulling it out, hopefully this evening. When somebody has used an impact driver, sometimes you have to use a little bit of force to get the bolts out. Had to take my hammer chisel and beat that loose. Now I'm ready to take the intake up out of there. Got all the bolts out. Yeah, it's loose, ready to come out. I'm stripping it right on down. Okay, we've got the intake manifold out. Found us some dirt daubers or mud daubers, according to what part of the country you live in. We got, I think, 6 more bolts. And of course the air compressor kicks on. And sometimes when you're doing this type of work, you got to make your own tools. I'm trying to make a engine hoist adapter, an engine adapter. This is going to be the nose of it right here. Take you on over here and I'll show you what else I've done. Okay, I've got part of this put together already. I've got to add this front nose piece. It's going to go in this bolt hole right here. I've got that just a little long, so I'm going to have to grind part of that off. I was really disappointed that Dodge didn't give us any points to actually pick this motor up. You have to kind of make your own, or you can go out and buy one. I saw them there for sale for about $500. I plan on doing this once. So I'm just taking some scrap stuff that I've got, welding it together, and gonna make my own. Like I said, this is a one-time deal. I don't plan on doing this every day, so no need to spend that kind of money. You can find them on eBay used for about half that price. But again, this kind of cost me about an hour of my time and some scrap stuff that I had laying around. So I'm going to go ahead and get this piece ground down right here. So this will line up flat and flush and bolt into this front bolt hole. I don't know if you can see it or not, but on each side here of the engine, they did give us a bolt hole that we can bolt this adapter into so we can get this out. I'm gonna have to come up with a place to hook onto it here so that I can pick this engine up. I don't know if I'll need to go behind or in front of the cross piece here. I guess it'll just be some trial and error. Okay, here's what I've come up with. I went ahead and put a chain on top so that I'll be able to try to balance that engine out. It'll give me several moves I can make to shift the weight from front to back. We got our nose piece all welded on. And that's going to set right on top of the engine. And there's a bolt hole right there we're shooting for. There we're shooting for. And right here in the front, I've already did several tests on this to make sure that it's going to fit. I'll have to get a few washers to put right here in the front because this bolt will not tighten up enough. It hits against that sensor housing right there where the temperature sensing unit goes in. I had to remove it. Because it was sitting right in the way, right under there. It was touching. Wouldn't let me put my engine lift bracket on. Okay, that's 1, 2. And there we go, all 3 are started now. This one will go in quite a bit further. I do have to give me some washers though to try to space that out because it won't tighten up completely on it. And I want it to tighten up nice and tight. Okay, that was good and tight. That one's good and tight. We're about ready to start lifting this one up out of there. I'll have to find some washers though, like I said, to space that out. Okay, there we go. Well, I've got it all in. Got it hooked up. Borrowed a cherry picker. And I've already lifted this up a little bit. It's picking it up out of the motor mounts. So now all we got to do is take about 3 more bolts loose, and then we should be ready to slide this thing right out. Everything lined up real good. I only needed 2 washers to shim that out to get that nose piece to tighten up. Motor's got 180,000 showing on the odometer. Well, let's see if we can't get this thing pulled out. We had to remove the hood halfway through the process because we couldn't get the little bump on the oil pan up over top of this front support bracket here. But it came out pretty much so the way we thought it would. Now we just jack it up a little bit more. We'll be able to roll it out and start disassembling. See if we can find out what went wrong inside this one.
Is that enough?
Yep, that should be good right there. We did find that there was two of the exhaust manifold bolts are broke off. Oh, if it'll stop swinging there, maybe I can get a... I think that's just the dirt from where that's been blowing exhaust by. All right, let's get this thing set down and start disassembling. Well, we got the left-hand head off. There's almost no lip in there, almost none at all. Maybe a good motor. We'll just have to see what the bottom half looks like. Turn it sideways, that's the video. Okay, we found the problem, the pack. Come over here a little bit closer so I can see this. Alrighty, we'll take it out and see what it looks like. This is our second piston we took out. Oh man, it's in fair shape. Let me show you the first one we took out. Oil ring is stuck on it, and the top ring is broke. See, there's a piece missing from here to here. That fell out when I took it out. Remarkably, the cylinder wall looks really good, but if you look right here, we've got the bearing has spun on that back cylinder. Let me get a screwdriver, I'll see if I can pry that off. Okay, right there, I don't know if you can see that or not. Try to catch it if I can. I don't know if my hand may be right in the way here. But see, it spun the bearing. The 2 pieces of bearing were just like that and under there. So we know where the tap was at. Remarkably, the crank don't look too bad. have to get it wiped down, cleaned up, and we'll see exactly how it looks. Maybe it'll get that turned. If we can do that cheaper than buying a new one. A new one's like $325. We'll see what a machine shop will charge. Maybe take that down to 10 thousandths and just get 10 thousandths undersized bearings for the thing.